For this video, we're going to take a quick look at the dodge and burn tools. Now, dodging is great and so is burning because these are tools that really grew out of the darkroom practice, and it deals with taking specific areas of your image and bringing them up to be the same exposure as everything else. Okay, so you could have something like a small area that's a little bit too dark, and you could use the dodge tool to be able to make that be a little bit lighter. Or you could have an area that's not dark enough, and you could use the burn tool for that. Okay, so let's go over here. These are not under image adjustments. Actually, these are in the toolbox that are on the side for your screen in your default workspace. So when you're going on here, where you can find it is if it's on the dodge tool, because it's the last thing somebody has used, it looks like a little lollipop there. In order to change it to the burn tool, you have to click on that corner there, and then you're going to see that you can actually move it to the burn tool, which is going to be a little hand that has, making that hole. All right. And that's because that's sort of something that people used to do in the dark room in order to get a small area of theirs to be a little bit darker. Okay. So they kind of adopted that. So we're going to first go to dodge, right? So I'm going to go back to that, hold it down, and then go back to that dodge tool. And when you go up to the top of your of your workspace here, this is the main toolbar, this is your workspace. So you're going to go to this area right here that shows a number, and it shows the size of how wide your circle is, right? The diameter of it. And we're talking specifically about this here. Okay, so I've got it at about 428. Now, if I make it be smaller, it looks much, much smaller. I'm going to go over here and make it be about that big. 332 is fine for what we're doing. Then the next thing I want to do is make sure that I'm on midtones here. Okay, it's right over here. And I usually don't like to go more than an exposure of 10%. Okay, that's really important because honestly, you don't want it to show up that much. You want to think of things in terms of gradually blending in. You don't want it to be too noticeable. So I'm looking here at my image, and you can see that it's a little bit darker down here in the bottom. And all I want to do is just use that dodge tool to make it be a little bit lighter so it's going to match the rest of the exposure on the rest of my image. So I'm going to take this little circle here, and I'm going to hold it down by clicking on my mouse, right? Or my touchpad. And then I'm going to move it in a circular motion, still holding it down. Okay. And hopefully I'll be able to just like gradually lighten this up a little bit so it will kind of become the same. Now it might be kind of hard to see on this video, but I'm going to do my best. Okay. All right. So that definitely helped a little bit. And I might actually even go a little bit more on this side too, right, to lighten it up. Okay. So you can see that now that got a little bit lighter there. All right. And it sort of matches the rest of my tone here over here. Now, if you want to see what that looks like before I did it, I'm going to go to Window and History, okay, where my dodge tool is showing up. And you can kind of see how much darker it was before, okay? I could also use the Command Z on this, right, or the undo. But just so you can kind of see it in stages, that's what it's like. Now, in contrast, let's go to a burn and see what that does. Okay, same thing, you start off with a small, diameter for your work area, but I want to make that be a little bit bigger. Okay, and I'm going to do it right over here so you can kind of see it. Again, my exposure, I'm going to move that down to 10%. Okay, just because I like to keep it that way, and it's on midtones. All right, now let's see what happens. As I'm holding it down, you can kind of see, as I'm moving it here in that circular motion, you're going to see there's going to be that sort of darker area. Okay. Again, this is good when you have like maybe a hot spot, right? Or an area of your image that just does not look like it's, that it was way, overexposed or underexposed. Sorry. And that could maybe sort of bring it up to the rest. Okay. I want to get rid of that because I don't like it. okay? But now you can see how you'd use those dodge and burn tools and where they are. Again, they're on the side under that main toolbox for your workspace or the default workspace. The burn tool is going to be that little hand. If you want to change it, the dot, you have to sort of click on the center there, hold it down, and it will come up with the rest. Okay, so the dodge is going to look like that like little lollipop there. All right, so that's where you can find it. And it will also give you a quick little tutorial on what it looks like here on the side as well.